Welcome to Music Time with Mr. Kell. I love doing this. Today we have a special guest, and her name is Sydney Osterman. Say hello, Sydney.
Hello.
It's nice of you to join us and help me out. I love having a student come and sing with me on these recordings. And Sydney, I've known Sydney since she was a little kid. And you sang. Did you start here in kindergarten?
I started in kindergarten.
Yeah, so I was literally your first music teacher and kind of your only music teacher all the way up to 6th grade.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, except for a band.
Band.
Right. So you had Mrs. Phelps.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Sydney agreed to help sing these songs for you kiddos. And she's from the fabulous Osterman clan. So it's great to have you. So you know what we're going to start with?
What?
We're going to sing about apples. It's that time of year.
It is.
And Sydney, I thought that I had apples. Like I grew up in Washington State. Washington State is famous for apples. Mm-hmm. And I thought that I knew what a good apple was. Oh no. A couple of years ago, they came out with Honeycrisp apples. Oh, they're like,
I like Honeycrisp apples.
They're like,
my favorite are the Gala ones.
I like those too. But like when you have one of those, you go, Red Delicious, those aren't even apples. Those are mush bombs. You know, compared to a Honeycrisp, like where they're, because Red Delicious, they look pretty and everything, but they're kind of mushy.
I know, I don't like the Red Delicious.
You bite into them and you kind of go, and the weird thing is, I don't know anyone that likes those. I think they're good for pies maybe or something.
My mom likes the Red Delicious.
Does she? Well, then I'm wrong.
And then when we're out of the other ones, then it's like, here, have a Red Delicious. I was like,
yeah, I'm kind of like that too. They're pretty. They're kind of pretty. They look like classic apples, Red Delicious. But Honeycrisp, man. Mrs. Kell came home with some Honeycrisp apples, and she goes, Tom, I hear, she calls me Tom. Mm-hmm. She goes, Tom, I hear these are really good. Let's try one. And we both sliced into one, and each had a bite together, and it was a moment. We kind of were like, oh my gosh, we've never even had an apple before this.
It was like one of those moments in a movie where it flashes back to life.
Yes. It was like
what life was like before.
Right. The thing that's a drag, and it's life plays cruel tricks on you, Sydney. You'll find this out as you grow up. Mm-hmm. Every now and then, there aren't any Honeycrisp apples. They're out of them, or out of Galas,
yes.
or out of Galas. And then you have to just buy something else, and it's just not as good. Anyway, so we're going to sing the Apple Song, which is the first song that I ever teach kids, or kidarinos at the old schoolhouse here. And probably the first Mr. Kell song you learned.
The very first song I learned.
That's perfect then. Here we go. There's a lesson in this song.
Don't stand under an apple tree.
If an apple fell out of an apple tree, right on top of your head, bonk, just be thankful it grew from an apple seed, not a watermelon seed instead. Squish, you might get a bump on your head, it's true, and it might turn a little bit red. But if an apple can talk to a kid somehow, this might be what it said. Everybody spell apple. A-P-P-L-E. That spells apple in the apple tree. A-P-P-L-E. That spells apple in the apple tree. Very good. That was awesome. I love spelling. The funny thing about A-P-P-L-E is it's kind of poetic. A-P-P. Maybe it's a pair. P-E-A-R. Like it's not
doesn't keep going.
But A-P-P-L-E, man, now you're talking. All right, Mrs. Kell just recently, I know I talk about Mrs. Kell a lot, but just recently was bitten by mosquitoes 8 times. She has 8 mosquito bites.
I got so many mosquito bites.
It's terrible.
I don't like them.
I actually can stand a bruise much better than an itchy bite because they bug you. Like they just
one night, like last year's night, I had a mosquito bite and I couldn't go to sleep. It was like itching.
I know, it's terrible. And then there's a built-in irony in that the more you scratch them, the more they itch. But you're scratching to relieve the itching. It makes no sense. It's like a circuit. That's like hitting yourself to get rid of the pain. It's the same thing, like scratching to get rid of the itching. So it itches more.
And it makes it itch more.
That's terrible. So we're going to do the bug song. When I wrote this song, Sydney, I was really excited to teach it to you guys because I thought the bug song, man. Bug song. To be able to go, the bug song. Just to be able to say I had a bug song. So we're going to do this. It starts out with 4 buzzes, which is bzz, and then we look around. You know how even your dog will look for bugs. Like if they fly through the house, your dog is like, "What was that? What was
My
that?"
dog will try and bite at a fly.
I know. And every now and then, by some miracle, they catch one and then they spit it out. Like, I didn't really want that.
Yeah, it's funny because like it'll be so far away and then she'll try. Like,
It's amazing. Okay, here we go. Two more. Here we go. There's a million insects flying all around. They're in every single city, every town. Fireflies and beetles, spiders and mosquitoes. They're overhead and crawling underground. They avoid you when you swat them. Every single porch has got them. Bugs, we're talking millions of bugs. Bugs, we're talking millions of bugs. Centipedes with way too many feet. 100 spiders spinning webs so they can eat. Yikes! Butterflies are pretty, they're right here in our city. I love it when they're flying next to me. They'll survive the coldest winter, the birds just call dinner. Bugs, we're talking millions of bugs. Bugs, we're talking millions of bugs. This here's a bug song. Put down your fly swatter and sing along. Maybe they're misunderstood and we got it wrong. After all, they're just attracted to the love. This here's a bug song. You know we gotta have them, so don't get me wrong. All the chirping crickets gonna play along. There's a party on the end of every night. You know, I've always been amazed, like ants, like you kick over an anthill, they just get busy and start making it again. Like if somebody came and just kicked over your house, you'd be at least for a while stomping around going, "Why would you do that?" But ants are like, "Oh man, we gotta build this again." There's a party on the angel every night. Now we pretend we're bugs. Here we go. SWAT. 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 Bugs. We're talking millions of bugs. Bugs. We're talking millions of bugs. Two more. Bugs. We're talking millions of bugs. Bugs. We're talking millions of bugs. Really good, Sydney. You nailed that. Really, really good. You know, there are people that think that in the end, when everybody goes to heaven or wherever they go, the only thing that'll be left here are bugs. Because they survive everything. It's hard to get rid of them.
There's an anthill in our garden, and I set a rock on top of it, and I was like, because I don't really like ants that much.
Well,
And my sister is mesmerized by them, and will go outside and just watch them.
What happened to the
And build
rock?
little houses for them. Well, I put a rock on it. My sister tried to pick it up, and it was like a heavy rock, and then she dropped it on her toe. I don't know what the point is.
Well, I bet that. Well, the point is the ants were relieved.
The ants were relieved. My sister saved them, but.
Okay, now we're doing the bucket list song. Can you explain, Sydney, the bucket list song? Why would I write a bucket list song for kids? Isn't it about things you want to do before you...
Oh, grow up.
Yes.
Things you want to do about before you grow up.
Because adults have bucket lists of things you want to do while they're alive on this earth. This is about things you want to do before you grow up. Because, you know, there's only certain things... There's certain things you can only do if you're a kid.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever noticed if you walked into a bank and you had like a little brother or something, and your little brother was like circling around your mother's leg saying nonsense? That's no big deal because he's 2, you know?
Yeah.
But if an adult does that, they take you away. Excuse me, sir. You cannot, well, there was a little kid doing this. Yeah, but, you know.
And like if there's a little jar of lollipops somewhere, like my sister, like when she was really little, she'd like just take as many as she could without my mom seeing. Like if you see an adult walk in the store, just take as many lollipops.
That's so true. That's so true. They'd be like, "What are you doing?" Or even like the tip jar at Starbucks. Like if a kid could like steal the money and you'd have to put it back, but they wouldn't be.
It wouldn't be like go to jail.
Right, but if you're an adult, say, "What are you doing?" Anyway, that's what this song's about. There's a list of things I've got to do before my childhood days are through. A list of things I cannot leave undone. 'Cause even kids have bucket lists, And to this point I must insist you listen as I name them one by one. Here we go. I want to take a ride on a camel. You ever thought about that? You sit on the hump of a camel? What keeps you from sliding
I'm afraid
off?
I would just fall
It
off.
seems like you would just slide off.
And if there's someone tall, it's just like...
And then if you're on the two hump camels, you can't see anything. I want to take a ride. I want to take a ride on a camel. Because could you do something about this hump? I can't see anything. I want to take a ride on a camel. Feed a shark in the open sea. Paint the Eiffel Tower with enamel paint. Climb the Statue of Liberty. I want to take a trip to outer space. I want to make this world a better place. I want to climb Mount Everest, sail the seven seas. I want to run right next to a lion, film an eagle when it's flying, pick up a dinosaur bone, chase a hamster down the street. I want to sing a song in the Italian mountains, take a drink from a chocolate fountain. I want to walk on air, sleep on satin sheets. I want to ride a Shetland pony. I want to ride a Shetland pony. I want to ride a Shetland pony. Make myself a sandwich out of mustard and bologna. Buy all the Legos in the USA. Visit all the planets in one day. I want to slay a dragon in Times Square. Hide on my mother's dress silverware. And to blow up blue balloons at a baseball game. I want to teach my cat to speak Chinese. Take my fish to Chuck E. Cheese. Teach my dog how to moonwalk. Sit down with a gorilla just to talk. I want to sit deep inside a volcano. Save somebody from a big tornado. Ride a sailfish all the way to the nearest star. We forgot one thing where it goes, sit down with a gorilla, just talk. How you doing? I want to be the penguin, a bean burrito. I love the way your mouth looks when you sing that. Watch our mouths, kids. I want to be the penguin, a bean burrito. I want to be the penguin, a bean burrito. I want to be the penguin, a bean burrito. Watch a wasp in a fight with a mosquito. Stay all night on Alcatraz. Convince my monkey to appreciate jazz. Ride a griffin across the sky. Never ever have to say goodbye. I need an ice cream sundae on Tuesday in the rain. I want to try to lace up a centipede's shoes. Teach a chimp to sing the blues. I want to live deep down in the ocean. Cover my system with suntan lotion. I want to swim as fast as a barracuda. Wear long pants down in Bermuda. Teach my baby brother Nolan how to drive my car. Look out! I want to take a look inside my own tummy. Want to take a look inside my own tummy. Want to take a look inside my own tummy. Convince my buddies that dirt tastes yummy. Feed every person in the whole wide world. Every mommy and daddy, every boy and girl. And I want to do it all before I turn 18. It'll be the best childhood you've ever seen. And when I'm done, I'll write a book and sell it on TV. And when I'm done, I'll write a book and you'll all sing with me. And when I'm done, I'll write a book, you'll sing. The fabulous bucket list song. Sydney, good job. This was so much fun. Thanks for doing this. Thanks for doing this with us. And you kids have a fabulous weekend. And I hope you've tuned in for Music Time with Mr. Kell. If you haven't, you've missed this, which is pretty cool. Take care. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.